Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to this week's Plan With Me video. This week we are planning out the week of April 4th through to April 10th, and we are using this stunning Scribble Prints Co. kit from a very, very long time ago. I didn't write it down and I obviously can't see it while I'm recording the voiceover, but off memory, I do believe that the kit is from 2019. It was a mystery kit. It's from 2019. That's the extent of my knowledge about it. And you can probably tell because you can see me doing the date covers now. And that format has not been a thing for a long, long time. It is not my favorite format, so I'm very glad that that has changed. But yes, this kit is one of those kits that every year it gets put in the lineup. It gets bumped away because I have something on, or I pick something else instead of it, or I spend too much money and buy more kits that I don't need. And then I use one of my new kits instead of this kit, and it just becomes a whole big thing, which for any of you who are currently watching, I'm sure you are aware of. I'm sure you have experienced at some point in your planner career, so to speak. Now, this particular kit, if you have watched any of my previous Plan With Me videos or my kit lineup video for April, I had basically said or explained or alluded to the fact that for No. For autumn, I was trying to stick to a very woodland, woodsy, enchanted, whimsical, foresty type vibe. I didn't originally intend in doing that, but basically what happened was when I was planning out my kits and I was preparing my kit lineup, I noticed that a lot of my kits had, that forest or woodsland. Why do I keep saying woodsland? Woodlands vibe. And there was a lot of those mushrooms, and there was a lot of, bunnies and trees, and I don't know. I think once I saw that pattern start to form, I kind of rolled with it because there was a couple of kits that I was going to change out and swap for something else. But then I also realized that, as I've said time and time again, my spots are very limited for autumn just because of how much I have on and different family events and Easter and things like that. So it is very hard to kind of, pick and choose kits when I know that I have a limit on them. So I think this was the first kit that I put in the lineup for April. And then when I was picking kits, I just kept picking the ones that had the cute little bunnies and stuff in it. And I kind of thought that the bunnies were appropriate for April as well, because obviously Easter is in April, and the kit that I used the week after this has a bunny in it. And then I don't know if the other two after that have bunnies in it specifically, but they do have woodland animals, and I don't know. It became a whole theme. So that is my theme, and this is what we're doing. I am using so there was a wiggle format that came with this kit. It is the older wiggle format. Andrea has also changed the wiggle format since. But I thought the pink rose gold went perfectly with this kit. I'm not a big fan of the bows. You will see when we get to the bottom washi that it is the whimsical bow pattern, and I'm not really a fan. I don't know, just something about the big whimsical bow, like the confetti whimsical bow, I can deal with. But when I put the Avalay, oh my goodness. Every time I sit down to do a voiceover, words fail me. When I put down the 5mm foil overlay, you'll see what I mean. It is very whimsical, and I feel like it probably does fit the overall vibe of the kit. But there's just something about the shape of it or the design of it or something that I can't get across it. But nonetheless, I did use it because I don't have any other rose gold, and I figured that it would be best to use the rose gold as one, because that way all the rose gold tones are the same. But also to use up the rose gold because I don't use a lot of rose gold these days, and I probably won't use the whimsical bow again. So I figured I would just do it. So yeah, pretty much all the foil overlays are from Scribble Prints Co. The date dots are from Scribble Prints Co. I do use, you won't see it on camera because I didn't have it pulled or with me when I was doing this kit, but you will also see that I use the, actually no, you won't see it. I do use a quote box that says fall is in the air from SPC, which is again in that rose gold pinky color. And then because this is an older format, when I say I don't like the whimsical bow, that is true, but I do very, very much like the format of the older Wiggles, and I've said it before to you guys, the bringing in of the foiled icons just to me makes that foil more cohesive in the spread. And you will see that when I do my plans for the week, I do try to bring in at least one foiled, like rounded off sticker every day. I think with the exception of Saturday, because Saturday I use the foiled icons as opposed to like the rounded icons, which still works, but I definitely try to bring in the rounded icons as much as I can because I just really like the way that they look and the way that they sort of add to the spread. I did also use some bougie boxes or underlays. They are from Pretty Planner Studio, and I've had those for the longest time, and it was so nice to finally be able to pull them out and use them because again, they are rose gold and I don't use a lot of rose gold. I mean, I might throughout my autumn spreads, but I don't tend to gravitate towards rose gold, so it was really nice to be able to use those. And that's pretty much it. As you will see at the moment, I am trying to decide on what I want to do with my like sidebar top deco piece there. And I decided this week to stray away from like the boxes and scalloped headers and all of that fun stuff. So I've decided to just keep it pretty neutral this week. And I've just used some deco from the kit. And then I will, when I get my scripts in that I have ordered, I will put in a monthly script across the middle of those just to mark the month of April. And then as per normal, my sidebar is very, very standard. So I do go ahead and pop my full box in. I do track my socials. I did track them in a thinner appointment label this week just because there was a tall box that I wanted to use and I wanted to be able to fit as much of that in as I could. I did end up having to cut her feet off. I do apologize, Miss Fairy Lady, but I had to do it. And then I just realized that I marked the book I was reading, but I didn't put the currently header. And I think that is the first time I've not used the currently header in the entire, like, since I started planning in January. I'm pretty sure I was using a currently header. I know that I was using them in February. I'm just having a look through my planner now as to when I started using them. But they were definitely February. Yeah, so I started using them in February. So this is the first time since then that I've not used a currently header. I mean, it is what it is. It's fine. You know what it means. I know what it means. It just doesn't have that header. With that said, again, like last week, I'm going to sort of talk more to the plans as opposed to the stickers. So as per usual, if you do have any questions, please drop it in the comments below and I will get back to you. I mean, a lot of these stickers you guys have seen, but if you do have any questions, definitely drop it below and I will get back to you. But this particular week was my brother's birthday week. I am glad he does not watch my channel because he would be horrified that this is the spread that I use for his birthday week. But with that said, I didn't have any birthday kits lined up anyway. I don't really have a lot of birthday kits, at least not sort of like male focused birthday kits. So it is what it is. But this week it was his birthday. So his birthday was actually on the Monday. So I went ahead and popped that at the top of Monday. But because he did have COVID, which he got the day before, if you have seen my last Plan With Me video, we weren't actually able to see him or spend any time with him. So instead what I did is I just made sure that I went and got him a cake from the local store. And I popped that in a little bag. And then because he had COVID, I did my usual thing. So I popped some money in a card. I put some like lollies and treats and fun things in there. I think I put like some Ferrero Rochers in there, some lollies, things like that, just bits and pieces that I know that they love. But then this one was a little different because I also added in, you know, things like Panadol and throat lozenges and things like that to help him kind of keep that big C word at bay, or the spicy cough, as I feel like he constantly refers to it as. But he did get it pretty bad. He basically said that like it was to a point that he would have a shower and the feel of the water on his skin, or like when he was drying himself after the shower, the like scratchiness of the towel on his skin was quite painful. He is the only one of my 3 brothers who isn't vaccinated for obviously his own reasons, which I'm not going to get into, and I'm not going to get into that whole debate, but I don't know whether that's why, because obviously the spicy cough affects everyone quite differently, regardless of whether or not you are vaccinated. Everyone can have different symptoms. It can affect people, far worse than others. So very, very interesting. And then this overlapped with the back end of my other brother finishing having the spicy cough. So it was fun. So yeah, I went to the store or to the shops. I organized that little goodie bag, and then I went to his house and I like dropped it over the fence. Obviously, I kept very, very distant from him. He came out to get it with a face mask on and everything. So we took every precaution, and all was fine. Other than that, I didn't really do much on that day. Just as usual, I had work, a lot of coffee. I did also have a grocery delivery this night, so I had ordered groceries online and they were delivered this night. And then I had a really good gluten-free, dairy-free paella and chicken that night, and then I did watch the MAFS finale. Tuesday wasn't much. I had a delivery for my piggies. I did some laundry and some adult chores and then watched some YouTube. Wednesday, I did hang out on Twitch. I got a delivery for my little piglets, and I washed my hair, and then of course I uploaded my kit lineup video, and then we've kind of caught up. Very uneventful week. Other than my brother being sick, it was a very uneventful week. Actually, no, I lied, because on Thursday, I did mark that we got flooded in again. So with all of the rain in the area that we live in, we actually got flooded in for the 3rd time in what was 5 weeks. So we were safe, no damage to our house or anything like that. But we do get isolated, so we cannot get in and we cannot get out of where we live. So that happened on Thursday, and I was really, really stressed because I had to try and coordinate and get my mum and dad and my brothers home from work and just make sure that everyone was safe and at home, because once they close that bridge, or once that bridge goes underwater, no one can come home and it's not a fun time. So that was a fun day. I ordered some supplements that day, and then I did hang out on Twitch once again. Friday, again, much of the same, hanging on Twitch, work, laundry. I pulled some stickers, and then we watched a movie on Netflix called Jexy. Some bits were funny, some bits weren't. If you like, I don't know what his name is. He's in like Pitch Perfect and Workaholics. But yeah, it was pretty good. It wasn't terrible, but that's the kind of sense of humor my husband has, so that's what we watched. On Saturday, we had a lazy day. I did some filming. I had some coffee, posted on Instagram, did some chores, and then we watched a movie called Vehicle 19, which actually had Paul Walker in it. I'd never heard of it, never seen it before in my life. It was actually a pretty good movie. That one I would recommend, and I'm pretty sure that one was on Netflix. Don't quote me. But Vehicle 19, like I said, not bad. And then on Sunday, we were freed. So they opened the bridge, so the floodwaters receded enough that we were able to, I guess, leave. So we took advantage of that, and we went and we did our Easter shopping because we hadn't done it prior to this, and Easter was obviously the following week. So we went and did our Easter shopping on this day. I also indulged in some delicious noodles from my favorite like noodle, Thai, chili, Chinese place. I don't know, because they kind of do Chinese and Thai cuisine. But that was really good. And then I just had a coffee and we sort of walked around the shops a little bit. And then when we came home, I did watch some YouTube videos. I go between catching up on my Plan With Me videos, sim building videos like speed builds, and organizational like TikTok videos. And then I did watch part 1 of the like Janet Jackson documentary, and then I pretty much washed my hair and went to bed. So like I said, not a super eventful week, but a couple of noteworthy things. The kit definitely makes an uneventful week and a kind of stressful, hectic week much, much better to look back at, I guess. But that is all that I have for you. I'm just going to take you through my leftovers and give you a little bit of a wiggle. That is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. And I will see you all very, very soon for yet another Plan With Me video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.